Good morning. So last week, if you remember, we read a book called One Odd Day, right? And we talked all about numbers that were odd, right? So every page had an odd number of objects or something strange, right? Because the word odd has two meanings. It can be a kind of a number, or it can also mean strange. So today, we're going to do the opposite of odd, which is even, okay? So this book is called My Even Day. My even day started when I saw 8 beds and discovered 6 closets, and my mom had 2 heads. Look at that. Do you see anything else on the page that's an even number? Remember, something that's even can come in a pair. So if it's odd, it doesn't match. But if it's even, there's a pair. So if we look on the floor, we see his sneakers, right? He has 1, 2 sneakers. That's a pair. And if you look here on this paper, there's even numbers. So we have, what number is this? 2, 4, 6, 8. And any number that ends with one of these numbers is going to be an even number, including 0. So some numbers, the numbers that end with 0 are also going to be even numbers. Okay. At breakfast, my mom flipped 4 flapjacks to eat. And I noticed my 2 shoes were both for left feet. So he's still having an odd day, right? It's a strange day, but everything is in even numbers. So if you look on this page, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. You can pause the video and look at the page and try to find the even number items. Okay, so you can pause and then come back. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4 pancakes. Another word for flapjacks.
Flapjack.
Okay, that's pancake. He has the number 2 on his shirt. That's an even number. Even though his shoes are for left feet, there's still 2, right? Like it says in the book. He has 2 art supplies. So he's got a paintbrush and a pencil. I see some eggs here instead of flowers. Should we count the eggs together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. An even number. Okay, let's keep going. Today is your field trip. Here's a soup in a sack, and 10 watermelons are in your backpack. That's odd. Why would she put soup in a bag? What do you think is going to happen to his lunch? And could you imagine carrying 10 watermelons? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Our teacher, Miss Dodd, said, pair off 2 by 2. Board the bus with a buddy. We're off to the, where do you think they're going? Zoo. Let's see, does everybody have a buddy? Yep. Penguins have a buddy. 1, 2. The football player has a buddy. And if you look on his jersey, on his uniform, he has an even number, number 6. So I want you to pause again and try to see how many even number items you can find. So it can be an amount of an object or just an even number, like the number 6. When you're done, you can press play and we'll keep going. So there's 4 fish. The numbers 6, 4, and 2, all even numbers. This here says even 2. It's the license plate. And it says, how's my flying? That's odd. How do buses get around? Do they fly? So let's look at the phone number here. It says 888-246-2468. Are they all even or odd numbers? Even. I grinned at the end of the long, bumpy ride. Our zoo guides were kangaroos, 2, side by side. Okay, so pause and see if you can find even numbers and even number of objects or items. So there's the number 2, and there's 2 sunflowers. And if you keep looking, you see 4, 6, and 8, and the matching amount of flowers. We hopped to our first stop, the elephant's house. They each had how many trunks? 1, 2, 3, 4 trunks, and we're spraying a mouse. Do you see any even numbers anywhere? They have 4 trunks, there's 4 elephants, 4 pails, and in the water, there's even numbers. The fierce lions roared and flapped 6 giant wings, while gators with antlers wore 8 golden rings. So they have an even number of wings and an even number of rings, right? But what's odd about this picture? I mean, do lions fly? No, that's a little strange. And do alligators have antlers? No. The reptile exhibit with lizards and snakes had boa constrictors that juggled 10 cakes. This sounds like a fun zoo. Look on the snake, what do you notice? There's even numbers, and even on the cake. See here? Number 8. A pineapple upside down cake has number 6. Number 2. We giggled when we saw 10 eyes and 8 tails, 6 feathers, 4 humps, and 2 long fingernails. I wonder what animal this might be. It's an odd looking animal, right? Strange. Should we count? Let's see if there's 10 eyes. Let's count together. 1, 2, and they're the same color. They're a pair. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can also count by 2s, right? You could say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And what did it say? 6 feathers. Can you find the 6 feathers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 4 humps. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2 long fingernails. 1, 2. Okay, and you can pause if you want to see if you see anything else that's even. If not, I'm going to keep reading. See the wild Scramblesaurus, we read on the sign. It looked patched together. Scales covered its spine. A Scramblesaurus. Scramble means it's all mixed up. So this animal that they have here, it's all mixed up, right? It has some feathers like a bird. It has some scales like a reptile, a fin like a fish, a furry tail like a tiger or a lion. Maybe claws like crocodile, has ears and horns. An odd zoo. We rode back to school, paired again, 2 by 2, on my odd, even day. I sure hoped it was through. What do you think? Do you think his even day is over? His odd, even day, his strange day. Oh, look, they must have Einstein and Abe Lincoln and Elvis. That's odd. A frog on the 3 frogs, 4 frogs. They must have taken animals home from the zoo. At home, I was eager for bedtime that night, hoping the next day my world would be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 feet under his bed. And look where his bed is. That's strange. It's in a tree. Let's see it on the clock. What time does it say? It says 8 o'clock. Next morning, I woke up and saw my one bed. Mom looked like normal with just her one head. Oh. Hooray, even was over. I started to laugh. Oh no, today must be fractions. My hair is 1/2. Oh my goodness, it seems like he's gonna have another day, another odd day. We'll see. All right. So I hope you liked that story. And what we are going to challenge you to do is to make your own Scramblesaurus. But it has to have an even number of things. So remember the Scramblesaurus in the book had 6 feathers and 10 eyes. So we want you to be as creative as you can. You can draw it. You can use Play-Doh and model it. You can cut out shapes and glue them together, however you want to make it. And you can give it a different name. It doesn't have to be a Scramblesaurus. But just make sure it's an odd creature with an even number of items. Okay? And don't forget to send a picture to your teachers. We can't wait to see what you create. Have fun.